Coming up on Juice and Java, we'll tell you how Central New York is celebrating Veterans Day.
Plus, the Junior League of Syracuse is hosting their annual Holiday Shops fundraiser.
And this 10-year-old is now a hero. His story and so much more. Juice and Java starts right now. Good morning, I'm Jude Bazerman.
And I'm Mike Lamorte in for Corame Acosta. Thanks for starting your morning with us.
And this Monday is Veterans Day, and to honor those who have served the nation, SU's Office of Veteran and Military Affairs is hosting its annual Veterans Day ceremony. The event will be held at the National Veterans Resource Center from 11 to 12 in the KG Tan Auditorium. The ceremony will feature keynote speakers and music, followed by a lunch reception.
Now, the event is free and open to all, but for those that are unable to attend the ceremony in person, yet would still like to celebrate, they can tune in virtually using the live stream available on SU's website.
And I think this is great, Mike. The fact that SU, we're known for doing a lot for our veterans. I know our ROTC program is great for the people going into the Army. It's great that they're doing things for our veterans. They've done so much for our country.
Absolutely, Jude.
And now turning off campus to more Veterans Day events, the Micron Center of Progress will host the annual Central New York Veterans Parade and Expo. The parade features over 90 different veteran and military organizations and multiple marching bands from local schools. The expo displays a combination of military history, local companies, and organizations who are currently doing what they can to help those in active duty and veterans.
And if you want to get involved in the giving, local groups are offering opportunities to gather food for those deployed. The expo also has lots of hands-on exhibits and information for adults and kids alike. The event is free and goes until 2 today, so make sure to stop by after the show. Again, Jude, you can see how much Syracuse is deeply rooted with their veterans and just showing support on campus and just locally.
I was going to say, it's absolutely amazing how, like you said, on campus and in the Central New York area, it's great to see how the Central New York area really just emphasizes how important veterans are, or were rather, and still are to our community.
Absolutely.
And I love it. And transitioning to the 2024 presidential election, it seems like it's the only thing anyone has been able to talk about this week. The Campbell Public Affairs Institute at S.Wells Maxwell School hosted a post-election analysis panel for the community to break it all down.
Our Isabella Galan has the story.
Please welcome President-elect Donald J. Trump.
After one of the most historic presidential races in history, many have various opinions as to why it resulted in the way that it did.
I would say I'm not happy with the outcome.
I'm disappointed, and I think a lot of my peers here in Maxwell and Syracuse would share that sentiment.
While students across Syracuse University's campus have differing opinions on this year's election, the Campbell Public Affairs Institute is offering a post-election analysis panel with professors from the university and other universities to discuss their thoughts and analysis on this year's election results.
After sitting down with some of the panelists myself, deeper questions about what happened this election cycle came to the forefront. With this race not being as close as was predicted, it raises the question, what did the Democratic Party do wrong?
The main messages that the Democrats were putting out, I don't think resonated with the voters who they needed in the middle to get them to come to their side. It's not necessarily that Trump persuaded them to vote for him. It's that a lot of the people that were in Harris's camp didn't vote.
Looking past the campaign, there is still only so much that a party can do to gain support. And in this case, there was only one thing on the voters' minds.
I think it was that people are unhappy about inflation. They don't like the direction the country was going in, and this was true even before Harris became the nominee.
When asked individually as well as on the panel about how students could use their voices moving forward, the answer was quite simple.
If you're looking for a positive outlet for your unease, I would always recommend looking at kind of local and state politics. It's increasingly hard to recruit good people to work in state government and local government, and you can make such a huge difference in communities by working in state government. Syracuse University is a great place to get started with doing that.
For Juice and Java, I'm Isabella Galan.
All right, thanks, Isabella. Well, sticking with politics here, as election season is winding down, Our Lady of Pompeii Parish is reminding everyone to join together in breaking bread, regardless of political beliefs. A tradition that the parish has proudly held for nearly a century, inviting local politicians to dine over spaghetti and meatballs on Election Day. Take a look.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
For 75 years, Election Day in Syracuse hasn't been about politics. Instead, it's all about pasta.
Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Viva Bella.
The annual Spaghetti Supper event, hosted by Our Lady of Pompeii, brings together candidates on both sides of the ballot to share in on a classic Italian-style dinner.
There is a lot more to life than politics, and you get in a place like this and you're reminded of the humanity of our community, not just the name calling.
At the end of the day, if you can sit down and break bread together, you realize that you're all part of the same, community.
Now, every election day right here in Syracuse, you might as well just take your ordinary jar of Rayo's tomato sauce and dump it in the trash. That's because this homemade spaghetti with meatballs has the ingredients that you need to calm down on Election Day.
The sauce is all fresh ingredients. It's a recipe that's been modified over 75 years. Every year we do a little different.
In this neighborhood, you cannot go wrong with pasta.
It's so authentic and it was delicious, as I remember.
Reporting from Our Lady of Pompeii for CitrusTV News, I'm Michael Lamorte. All right, new this morning, a Syracuse Common Council committee is holding a meeting to allow residents to express concerns over the lead levels in the city's drinking water. This meeting is scheduled for this Thursday, November 14th at 5:30 in the evening in the Van B. Robinson Common Council chambers at City Hall. Last month, Syracuse Mayor Ben Wallace's administration announced testing that revealed a spike in lead levels in Syracuse's drinking water. Well, they're saying that testing may have been faulty.
And also new this morning, U.S. officials are saying many across the nation are receiving racist text messages following the presidential election. We're being made aware of some of these messages making reference to, quote, cotton picking and, quote, slave catchers. And now, Syracuse City School District students are the latest victims of the scandal. The messages are being anonymously sent with a VPN, and an FBI investigation has been launched. The SCSD's Office of Diversity released a statement to parents saying, quote, if your child has received any harmful texts or messages of this nature, we encourage you to discuss it with them and report it to the school immediately. Well, Riley, when I was walking to the studio, not class this morning, the weather, the skies, everything was clear, and it really was looking like a perfect day. Riley Underwood, our weather correspondent, our weather anchor, is that more of the same for us today?
Yeah, Jude, that is what it's looking like. More of the same. We're cooling off a little bit, guys. We forget. We are in November now. It's going to be in the high 40s today. Mostly clear sky. Shouldn't see any precipitation throughout the day. Just a slight wind. When you look at your day planner today, you have around noon, right where we're at right now, 47 degrees. Not going to get much warmer, but it will cool off. At 4:45 p.m. is when we're going to see our sunset. That gets dark pretty quick now after we had daylight savings. And our current temperatures around the area, we have 41 over in Rome, 44 in Rochester, 40 down in Cortland and Binghamton. They share the same temperature, and 44 in Elmira. When we look at this radar, it's pretty clear right now. But when we go throughout the rest of our week, we're going to see that green spot. And this green spot we're going to see right over the Syracuse area. That is going to be around Monday. We're going to see some showers come in on Monday, Tuesday, and the rest of the week. So it will get a little wet, but for the rest of this weekend, it should be pretty dry. Tonight, pretty nice night. It's going to cool off. Make sure to not forget your coat. 37 degrees. We're going to have clear skies, so it's not going to trap that heat like we would see with those cloudier skies. When we look at tomorrow, it's about 50 in the 50s. Clouds are going to move in midday. When we look at our record books, we're actually kind of a little below the average. We have been seeing warmer temperatures, but it's cooling off a little bit here in November. That record of 77 back in 2020, that sure feels nice right now, but something we just had seems like a few days ago. Back to you guys.
Riley, thank you. I am looking forward to that great weather for the rest of this weekend, but store locations on campus will be temporarily closed over the next 2 weeks. These will begin the transition of the Syracuse University campus store into Barnes & Noble College. The campus store and market will be closed next week and reopening November 18th. The website will also be down for maintenance beginning this Monday.
However, the Orange Shop at the JMA Wireless Dome, that will remain open during all of the games. The closures, though, they will allow for the installation of new technologies and staff training. The university community is asked to plan ahead for anything that you might need prior to those closings.
Mike, I think it's great. Obviously, a little inconvenient that these stores are going to be closed if you wanted some new Syracuse swag for this week to bundle up with the colder weather coming. But I think it's great just getting some more upgrades around campus. It's awesome to see.
Yeah, it comes with reason. The fact that Barnes & Noble College is partnering with us, they're saying that the cost of textbooks might go down in this situation. So I'm okay with the closures for a little while.
It's one step backwards to go 10 steps forward, which is always great. And speaking of something positive happening to Syracuse University's campus, singer-songwriter Clario has charmed us all. The SU alum has just been nominated for her first ever Grammy. Clario's third album, Charm, has secured her a nomination in the Best Alternative Music Album category.
Yeah, Jude. Now that album received critical praise and commercial success, reaching number 8 on the Billboard Hot 200 and becoming the artist's first top 10 album. Charm will be competing at the award show against artists such as Nick Cave and the Bad Seed, Kim Gordon, Brittany Howard, and St. Vincent. Claro, she came to Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you're more of a bigger fan than I am. I think for me, I got to give it a listen, especially now that she's nominated for all these awards. I don't know. I think I might be missing out, Mike. I think we might both be missing out. After the show, we'll have a little watch party, a little listening party.
Yeah, we might have to get up on that music. I will say that Sabrina Carpenter is who I'm looking forward to bring home the top album because she was also nominated, but we'll see.
I was going to say, I'm always rooting for Syracuse to take home some more awards. But after the break, our Holden Sherman is live in Liverpool with an inside look at a charity event.
And we'll tell you about how one annual marketplace is getting you in the holiday spirit.
Stay with us.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching Juice and Java with Cora Mayer-Costa, Jude Bazerman, and Riley Underwood. Now, your morning news continues.
All right, welcome back to Juice and Java. Locals are gathering today at Van Hassler Brewing for a food event in partnership with the CNY Food Bank. Our Holden Sherman is live in Liverpool. Holden, what's chowing down?
At this place, at Van Hassler Brewery, people are giving back in a fun way, a way that they enjoy, and a way that will help people. What's your name, sir?
My name's Kyle.
What do you have involved with this event?
So what we're doing is, it's called Food Machine. It's an event where you donate to be able to cheat at the game. So we're giving back to the community. We're doing the CNY Food Bank. So what players are doing is they're donating their own money to the food bank, and then they get to do really cool things in the game. Now the game we're playing is called War Machine. It's a steampunk fantasy game. It's a miniatures game. Steamforged Games just acquired it, but it's been around for 20 years now, so it's been really popular. Food Machine's been taking place now for about 15 of those years, mainly in Buffalo, but we just started doing that here in Syracuse, kind of taking up the torch since they haven't been able to do that the past few years.
What does it mean that you get to do something fun, something that you love, but also something that helps give back to the community?
Yeah, this is something I've been really passionate about. I've done multiple times. It's really, really good because the food bank definitely can use it this time of year, specifically just because of the food insecurity. Everything's costing more for everyone. Food bank can do a lot more with monetary donations and food donations because they can, use that. They have better buying power to get those items that they need for those people. But as far as doing this for, everyone, it's just, it really makes, it has a special place in my heart because actually recently we did lose a community member who was very passionate about this, and you're going to see other people here who are just kind of hanging out, and they're here in memory of him too, and they're donating, and we're all just here having a good time together as a community.
Very nice, and as you can see behind me with the camera, you've got the whole War Machine experience right now. You've got houses, you've got dragon-looking things. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. You've got trees, you got everything, and like Kyle was saying, you can cheat at the game up to $10, correct?
No, you can do as much as you want.
You can cheat up to the game as much as you want, and if you're done chilling, and if you're done, you get your victory. We're at a brewery, so there's nice pub food, there's nice booze, everything you want here right now. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, always good to see another story from our foodie, Holden Sherman there. Well, moving on to another fundraiser. The Junior League of Syracuse is hosting the Holiday Shops fundraiser. This 3-day holiday marketplace is the Junior League's largest annual fundraiser.
Our entertainment correspondent Elizabeth Gotlieb went to the marketplace and has just how you can get into the holiday spirit.
Raffle tickets! Raffle tickets!
At the New York State Fairgrounds, the holiday shops offer a variety of treats, music, and holiday cheer. Nearly 100 artisans are showcasing their gifts and crafts as they take part in the event.
It's really great, and I'm very excited about Christmas this year for some reason. And it's great. They're wonderful vendors. People that you work with are great. Yeah, and when I get a lot of business from it.
I love seeing all the people, and I just love how it's set up. I'm just doing good business, great for holiday shopping and that.
Actually, this is our first year doing this one, and it's kind of a funny story. We missed the deadline for one that we normally do, and it opened us up to this, which is gorgeous the way they have everything set up, and yeah, it was a new opportunity for us.
While there are many treats and holiday gift ideas at the holiday shops, all funds are going to the Junior League of Syracuse.
The Junior League of Syracuse president Victoria Waco says that the holiday shops are their top fundraiser.
We're an international organization with a mission of helping to empower women to do good in their communities, and by training them to be trained volunteers that can go on and work on boards or really make impactful change in the community. What your ticket actually does when you purchase a ticket to come here, you don't even get to just shop, you get to be a part of our mission by helping us raise funds.
The holiday shops will continue for the rest of the weekend, and Santa will be making an appearance. For Juice and Java, I'm Elizabeth Gotlieb.
And coming up, our Charlie Goldberg shares how one local 10-year-old became a hero.
Plus, how's that traffic looking? Our weather anchor Riley Underwood has the latest.
Don't change that channel.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look,
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. Get ready to learn how one ordinary 10-year-old Cub Scout did the extraordinary.
Here's Charlie Goldberg with this episode's edition of Your Stories.
Thank you guys so much. Not all heroes wear capes. In fact, this one wears a backpack. He's still in elementary school. As one night, 10-year-old Cub Scout James Everett saved his mother's life while she was having a deadly allergic reaction. This is his story.
Float on water. Yeah, it actually floats on. We put it in the bathtub and it just floated.
10-year-old James Everett is your ordinary Lego-loving, kickball-playing kid. But one night, he did something extraordinary, saving his mother's life.
As I gave myself the EpiPen, I fell to the floor, and James had called 911.
James's mother, Jessica, who was deathly allergic to tree nuts, accidentally ate something she didn't realize was cross-contaminated. She went into anaphylactic shock and lost consciousness.
I kind of saw her fall and have like a little blood on her leg, but she was also crying when she came up. But then I kind of saw the epi in her hand. So then I called 911.
They talked him through everything. He kept his calm.
When EMS came, Jessica's mother and sister babysat. But even in an ambulance, on her way to the hospital, Jessica's motherly instincts kicked in, thinking about James, who's been struggling with anxiety.
He saved my life, so now it's time to return that favor. I was like, go lay in your room, just play with your fidgets, read a book. One of the many exercises that he was taught.
Jessica credits James's composure on the call to the Syracuse Cub Scouts, who weeks prior taught the troop a lesson on what to do in an emergency.
James, it is my honor to award you this award. It's a Meritorious Action Medal. It is given to scouts who exemplify courage.
And that was just the start of the recognition.
We have a young man that goes to school here today that is going to get accommodation. It is James Everett up here. James. All of us here at DeWitt Police Department think you are a hero.
Even in a very scary moment, James didn't think twice about his anxieties or fear. He just rose to the occasion and helped save his mother's life, showing that in this world, nothing is more important than family. For now, it may take James a little bit more time to truly see the impact of his actions, but in the meantime, he'll continue to jump, play, and do what kids do, one giant leaf pile at a time. Charlie Goldberg, CitrusTV News.
Well, thanks, Charlie. Such incredible reporting right there, and certainly a heartwarming story. Now, Jude, one thing that I'm realizing this weekend, there's a lot of events. We saw 2 fundraisers and the Banana Bar Crawl later. I'm wondering just how crazy is traffic going to be this weekend? So I'm wondering just how crazy that traffic's going to be. I know that Riley's going to have some of that weather report for us. Riley?
Yeah, honestly, traffic's not too bad, pretty smooth going in and out of the city wherever you go. There was a few bad accidents to the southwest of us last night, but those are all cleared up now, so all the roads should be back open. Football team on the road that had that nice overtime win. That was awesome sauce last week against an overtime against Virginia Tech, but they're on the road today, just kicking off at 12 on the CW right after our program ends at Boston College and Chestnut Hill. But I don't know if you guys have been to Boston. I was just there a few weeks ago. That traffic and those roadways are so confusing. I just couldn't get over it. No one knows where to go. We keep going in loops. I don't get it. But yeah, I hope to see you in the banana suit later, Mike. That should be fun.
Well, I hope to see Mike in a banana suit too. But for now, when we come back, our Riley Underwood has your 5-day forecast.
Stay with us.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Take a look at our 5-day forecast, our outlook for the next couple of days. It's going to warm up a little bit these next few days, getting to the 50s, 58 on Monday, but unfortunately you won't be able to really go outside in the t-shirt without getting wet. It's going to rain those 2 days. Then it's going to cool back down. A slight chance of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to see some more drizzles then. And guys, I do have a trivia question for you. On Tuesday, it was 80 degrees, and that was the warmest November 5th we have ever had in Syracuse. So I want to see how many other times has Syracuse reached 80 degrees in November.
Oh,
Guys,
man.
what do you think?
Mike, I got to see what you got to guess. You're a smart guy. Maybe I'll copy your answer. We'll see. What are you thinking?
I mean, you're usually the weather, S guy, geography and everything. I'm going to say 3 times. I feel like it's happened.
I'll take a risk. I'll say 0. 80 degrees seems really, really warm for November. Maybe this is the first time it's happened in November. Maybe it was just the other day.
Well, Michael, you're on a roll if we pull that back up. It was 3 times it's ever happened. 2022 was actually the last time.
Wow, look at that.
So pretty recently. And speaking of stuff coming up soon and very recently here on Syracuse's campus, the semester is winding down and finals are around the corner. Scary, I know. And students are definitely feeling the pressure. To help you out, we've created a study guide to help manage the stress.
Now, the first step is to accept the stress. The National Institute of Health says people who accept their mental stressors rather than judge their thoughts experience less negative emotions. Acceptance is considered part of mindfulness. Even with small day-to-day stress, accepting your own emotions is found to make people happier overall. With big stressing events, acknowledging that they can exist will allow for problem solving and planning ahead.
And the next step is to create a study plan. If you have a big test coming up, plan ahead and manage your time. Because we all know there's nothing more stressful than having to stay up all night the night before an exam studying. If you have a huge paper coming up, try breaking it down into smaller steps to make it feel manageable.
Next, exercise always helps. Going to the gym or just going on a walk and getting some fresh air helps us calm down. In other words, reconnecting with nature after a particularly stressful day can increase endorphins.
And the next step after that is super important, practicing deep breathing. I was always taught to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. This activates the body's relaxation response by increasing the oxygen to our brains. It also lowers blood pressure and increases energy levels.
And most importantly, talk to someone about how you're feeling. If you feel too stressed to keep to yourself, talk to your friends or reach out to other resources. So make sure you take some time to slow down this week.
And listen, I think that's some great advice, but for right now, that's all the time we have on Juice and Java this morning.
Check us out online at CitrusTV.com and follow us on CitrusTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
I'm Jude Bazerman.
And I'm Mike Lamorte. Have a great day, Syracuse.